Alright there folks, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Australian Open. Pleasure to see you, as always. Going to be finishing off the round of 16, we've only got 4 more games to go through, so probably going to be a quick one once again. Before we get into them, like the video for me, get yourself subscribed as well if you're not. We're getting closer to that 500 mark every night, aren't we? Just teetering towards it. Do yourself a favour, do me the favour, I'd appreciate it if you did. Also, if you took that parlay last night, easy money, easy fast cash. I think there was only one set dropped between the 4 games. Said it, didn't I? Sometimes it's just as straightforward as it looks. No need to get fancy with it. All of them on the money line, evens. Fucking stick that in your back pocket. Right then. First off, we've got Yannick Sinner, Holger Rune. Head to head is 2 apiece. Obviously, Yannick Sinner's a massive favourite for this one. Holger Rune has taken a set off him in every game, I think. Am I right by saying that? Yeah. Holger Rune beat him on the clay, and then it was a walkover in 2022. Yannick Sinner. Now, this used to be very close. You know, on the court, this was a very, very close matchup, as the head-to-head would suggest, but you've got to admit it doesn't seem very close anymore, does it? If we're talking about the level of what we expect out of these two lads, it's night and day. It's night and day. Holger Rune, you know, he's maybe to many surprise, he's still in this tournament. Does he get to the quarterfinals? I don't think he does. I don't think he gets to the quarterfinals. I don't think he stands a chance. I feel like I won't say lucky to get past Kecmanovic. Kecmanovic gave him a really good go. Holger Rune looked like he was really struggling towards the end of that. He looked a bit injured, so I don't know how well he's going to cope in this. He did go 5 sets with Zhang as well. Zhang, sorry, not Shang. Looked good against Berrettini also. Yannick Sinner has only dropped that 1 set to School Cake. You know, he's looked pretty much how we'd expect him to look, hasn't he? That's been the case with him and Carlos Alcaraz. I don't know what the spread is. I haven't checked. I don't really think there's much to talk about in this one. You know Holger Rune's not going to win. You know he's not. I don't think he's going to be able to. One, it's Yannick Sinner for one. He just won't be able to beat him. But even just on the off chance if he starts getting ahead, I don't think Holger Rune's going to have the mentality to be able to win this game in any way. I just don't. I think if you're throwing a parlay on tonight, Yannick Sinner minus the 1.5 sets. It's around like 1.3 roundabouts. Probably the best way to look. I mean, these are Sinner odds, aren't they? I can't see Holger Rune winning the game. Definitely not. Can't see him taking him to the distance, even if he still loses it, like 3-2 Sinner. No, I don't think it's going to be that close. I really don't. I don't think Holger Rune's going to get any better from what we've seen against Kecmanovic, and in my opinion, you're going to have to do a hell of a lot better to get past Yannick Sinner. So it'll be Sinner minus the 1.5 sets, if anything, on that one. Moving on. I'm probably looking forward to this one the most, if I'm being honest with you. You've got Lorenzo Sonego laying a TN. You've got laying a TN as a slight underdog here, and I thought he was going to be the favourite. Anyone else? I know Sonego has been playing really good, but as laying a TN, no. Like, how are we not in? Like, I don't know. Everyone seems so convinced that Sonego is just going to walk this one. I don't know. You know, I wouldn't be so certain about that. We knew he was going to beat Stan Wawrinka. Alright, give him that. That Joao Fonseca game could have went either way. Let's say for what it is, it could have went either way in the end. It went 5 sets. Everyone thought Fonseca was going to piss him. Sorely mistaken. But it was 3-2. You know. 3-1 against Madison. I did say Madison would take a set. I had a feeling Madison may have been able to beat him, but you know, that kid he really struggles to maintain his level, doesn't he? And especially in a best of 5. That's exactly what I expected from Fabian Madison, to be honest with you. Nobody expected Lena Tien to beat Daniel Medvedev. I don't care what you say, who you are. No one thought he was going to do that. No one. You know, he went 5 sets with Ugo Carabelli just before that, and then went another 5 with Daniel Medvedev. Everybody pretty much including myself, writ him off against Codrington Mootset. Look what he done to him. Look what he's just done to Mootset. All I seen was Mootset moneyline this, Mootset's going to do this. And I understood it, I really did. I thought Mootset was in with a really good chance of beating him, but that was so... He just made it look so easy. He made it look so easy. So, what... Is he going to be able to deal with the serve of Sonego? I'd say he'd have a pretty good chance at doing it. Or this Sonego serve is going to be a lot heavier than the one from Medvedev or Ugo Carabelli and Mootset, with that being said. But I feel like if Le Natien is able to just, wrap himself around the serve... What the fuck am I talking about? He should beat Daniel Medvedev. He's just fucking beat Daniel Medvedev. Why is he an underdog against Lorenzo Sonego? I don't know. Maybe this is a trap. I beg to differ. I really do. I might just go for Le Natien on the money line. I don't know why not. Like, we've literally got nothing to lose here, have we? It's like, why not? It's the start of the season. I have been impressed with Lorenzo Sonego. I imagine we all have. I'm pretty sure if he was to win this game, this would be his first quarter-final in a slam. Take the serve away. I feel like if you're going to beat Daniel Medvedev and Codrington Mootset, me personally, I'd say both of them. Definitely Medvedev, maybe Mootset. I'd say, yeah, both of them. Definitely both of them. Possess probably more than enough technical ability on the court than Lorenzo Sonego. So I think if you can beat them, all you're going to have to deal with here is like a really big serve and the power from the baseline. I'd be willing to roll a dice and say Le Natien gets this one done. Why wouldn't he? If you're going to beat Medvedev, I'll be fucking damned if you're going to get absolutely annihilated by Lorenzo Sonego. If you don't want to take him to win it outright, Le Natien to win just the 2 sets is 1.5. So you could parlay that with Yannick Sinner minus the 1.5 sets. You're round about evens there. That's what I'm looking at. It might be pinned, it might not be. I'm not decided yet, but I really like Le Natien in this one. I do. There's no reason to go against him. There's just not. There's really not. The unexpected, the unknown with the youth. Or do we go with the experience of Sonego? I don't know. I think Sonego might be going home. I really do. Like I say, I've seen a lot of people seeing dead certain that Sonego is just going to take this. And I don't know why everyone's so confident. Look, he might do. I might just wake up tomorrow, I might just watch this game and go, oh, fair play, Sonego just made them look shit, but he looked really good against Medvedev. And he looked even better against Mootset. Obviously, you probably will, but everyone thought he was going to be done for against Mootset. A lot of question marks around his fitness. Le Natien should be good to go. He should be good to go. I think we've spent enough time on that one, so I did say it was the one I was looking forward to the most. So if you've got anything, picks, information, whatever, let me know in the comments. Be interested to talk about this one a little bit more if anyone wants to. But yeah, we'll move on anyway. We've got Gael Monfils and Ben Shelton. Ben Shelton around 1.6 as a favourite. I could have swore these have played each other before, but they haven't. Gael Monfils has just beat Taylor Fritz and he made him look shit as well. Didn't he? He made Taylor Fritz look absolute bollocks. Shelton did drop a set to Musetti. He dropped one to Pablo Carreño Buster and he beat Brandon Nakashima in straight sets. Getting a break on Ben Shelton's very hard to come by, evidently. And I feel like if he gets a break on you, it's probably curtains for the set. That does seem to be the case. I'm going to just repeat myself and say, how much has Monfils got left? I feel like I've been saying how much has Monfils got left since the quarter-finals of Auckland, Oh, he's playing Diaz Acosta, Diaz Acosta's shit, but how much has Monfils got left? And then he's went on to beat Bassa Ferretti in straight sets, Zizou Bergs. beat Gio and Pechi Pericard, Daniel Altmaier, and then just fucking annihilated Taylor Fritz, and he's still here. He's still here. I think I think it's safe to assume Ben Shelton's going to give you a lot more trouble than what Taylor Fritz did. I'm not saying Shelton's necessarily a better player, but that version of Taylor Fritz, he didn't offer much resistance at all. Fitness wise, I'm definitely siding with Ben Shelton. There's no fucking question about that. No question about that. Like, Monfils will get weight. Like, evidently, at some point, it will happen. It could happen mid-game. He could just win this one and then he's fucked for the quarters. Who knows? But, he was doing it again in the game against. He was doing the rich baby daddy gang where he was fucking hands on his knees after every set. And after every game, pretty much after every point. Definitely. I don't see why Monfils wouldn't take at least just one set off Ben Shelton. If he's just drilled Fritz in three, surely, if everything just makes sense the way it should, then surely he should take at least one off Ben Shelton. Very small parlay piece, I know. Probably not going to go for it myself. Personally, I do think Ben Shelton wins this one. I do. Even though I thought Fritz was going to beat Monfils and then he probably would have beat Ben Shelton in this match, which probably, I'm not going to say should have been Fritz, but that's what I expected. I'd have to probably go with Ben Shelton. I feel like both of them have been really solid on the serve, so you're probably going to see a tiebreak or two, aren't you? Maybe look at the over once again. I don't know. I just feel like it's the same with the Leonard Tien thing. It's a little bit foolish to bet against Gael Monfils the way he's playing. He should pull off, I'm not saying upset after upset, but you just think he's done for, and he's not. And then you go, oh, next game definitely. And then he wins, and then you go, all right, so it's definitely going to be the next one. And then he wins again. So I'm just going to sit off it, I think. I really do. I don't fancy betting against him, and then he wins again, and I feel like a fucking moron. And quite frankly, I don't really want to bet on him. And then this is the game where it all comes crumbling down, because I will equally feel like a fucking moron. So do with that one as you will. And then seeing us out, we're going to have Alex Michelsen and Alex de Minaur head to head, one apiece. Alex de Minaur absolutely pummeled this kid on the clay in the French Open. 6-1, bagel in the second, and then 6-2. That's essentially a walkover. It is. But funnily enough, Michelsen played him in Mexico and then fucked him up on the hard court. Same year, they were both last year, 6-4, 6-1. That's in it. Is Los Cabos that in Feb? Is it? That next month? Yeah, it is. It's the end of next month. Alex de Minaur looked a bit shaky against Cerundolo, didn't he, in that first set? Even in the second, it was a fucking, until halfway through that second set, I couldn't have been the only one that thought de Minaur was going to get done in straight sets by Francisco Cerundolo. It really looked that way. He really did struggle with the power. Nonetheless, managed to rally, get it done. And he covered that fucking -1.5. It was only Taylor Fritz that let us down. Unbelievable. Anyway, everyone bit Michelsen off as well against Kachanov. Everyone thought Kachanov was going to beat Alex Michelsen. I think I'd probably give him the edge in that one as well, but Alex Michelsen, just like in the game with Tsitsipas, even a lot more convincingly in this, made Kachanov look crap. Look so crap, and like he's just gotten better as the tournament went on. It was mad that it looks weird that you've knocked Tsitsipas out in the first round and then you've played James McCabe and then you've played Kachanov. That's like a very weird fucking draw in and how that's worked out. But really, really impressed with him. He's been so solid crew behind the serve. de Minaur's been good behind the first serve too, but I can't help but think that if Cerundolo's powerful enough to take a set and nearly take two off you on the hard court, I think this version of Alex Michelsen that stands before us today is definitely good enough to 1.4 for him to just take one set. I think the spread is at 5.5. I wouldn't mind looking at it. Like I say, you can't deny these dogs. You can't deny any of these dogs. Maybe apart from Holger Rune, but I think this is another one. I really do. De Minaur's still here. Is he the last Australian one? Yeah, he's the last Aussie standing. Pressure's going to get even more as the tournament goes on. And if he starts, if he starts whiffing on his serve and he starts whiffing his fucking headers everywhere like he did against Cerundolo in the first set, I think Michelsen jumps right all over it. All over it. Be looking at Michelsen for a set. I really would. I would not be surprised to see him pull off an upset. I'm not going to take him to do that, but I'm just saying he really is playing that good. If he beats Tsitsipas and catching off, I feel like you're in with a really, really good shout at taking at least one set, just the one, off Alex de Minaur. I don't know. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. We shall see. But that's all them, folks, anyway. That's everything. Let's wrap this shit up. I don't know what I'm going for. I really like... Now, I don't know whether it's just me, but I'd really like Sinner minus the 1.5, Lerner TN, to win 2 sets. I really do. I think Shelton probably should beat Monfils as well, but I'm not brave enough to take it. And then the same with the Michelsen game. Don't want to touch de Minaur at that price, just like he was. Well, it's a little bit better than he was the other day against Cerundolo, but I'd much prefer to just take Michelsen for the 1 set. I would. I think it's more than doable. But if I'm going for anything, right now, as it stands, it'll be Sinner minus the 1.5 sets and definitely Lerner TN for the 2 sets. Or I might just take Lerner TN on the money line. I don't know. You've already seen it anyway, so I'm just going to say good night to you, folks. Take it easy. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Pleasure doing business with you. As always, like and subscribe. Try and get some cash again today. Why not? Sound. See you tomorrow, innit?